Learning from models has its perks. This person has gone through it already successfully, and you don't need to reinvent the wheel, but you want to be inspired by the models. You don't want to be boxed in and fear that if you don't follow their path specifically, then you won't get there yourself. This video will show you an essay that was successful and why, which is most important. Stay tuned. Thank you for joining me on my channel. For the best college essay advice, subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video. Students love to see models. I get this all the time. Students asking me, oh, but can you show me one? Can you show me another? And in my courses, I have a brief section where I show you models, but I break them down because most importantly is to teach you why these essays worked and not just like a one-off. Here's my one essay and it was successful. You don't know why that was successful. So what I want to show you are kind of the rhetorical and critical moves that the student made to make that essay successful, and then that way it is inspiring you and not hindering you and dampening your kind of writing skills and awesomeness. So by the end of this video, I will break down an essay and show you why this essay was successful and how you can kind of aspirationally emulate that and still be yourself and have your authentic voice kind of carry forward. Hi, I'm Dr. Josie with Write Your Acceptance. I know what the admission officer is looking for with hundreds of students in college or graduates by now. I know what they're looking for. I know how to maximize your engagement. And now it's your turn, so stay tuned. Student sample 1. The student works at a hospital and initiates a new activity for young patients. So here we go. Okay, so notice disorient to delight. The first couple of lines, we zoom into details describing different puzzle pieces, then state where we are. So we don't exactly know what to make sense of until we kind of zoom out and see where we are exactly. There's alliteration, strong verbs, and then the problem she wants to solve or learn more about, she shares the knowledge that she knows. So she already knows a little bit about this kind of problem, hospital finances, disease management, and financial kind of burden. And so she talks a little bit about it thoughtfully and then wants to learn more about it. But then we return to a personal tour of the entrance, right? So now we go in with the student to their destination. And so we learn about why we're there, and it's very image driven. It's like you're closing your eyes and you are watching a movie, and we're kind of like perched up on her shoulder. There's a pop culture reference, right? A series of them. Then we have a journey to a wiser self, a more complicated realization. So it's not an easy solution that she learns. She learns kind of a complicated realization, and she vows for future work and service. It's very specific, very strategic. Do you have a draft but you're unsure how to sprinkle in critical elements to make that essay a wow? Drop me a comment, I'd love to help. Example number 2 is the dancer and her journey to a wiser, self-confident, better dancer. So the anecdote is her getting ready as a child, will be a dance essay, so pulling hair back and getting into a bun. Most children don't like this, but it helps her as a child. The parent is helping her kind of assume this new performance persona, right? And so then the kind of life of the essay will be her assuming that persona or taking over that persona for herself on her own terms. So there's a comparison, a metaphor. It sets the stage to where we are, right? I see and hear this right now, this moment, which is very, very important. So from a child's experience to the present state of commitment to dance is basically the journey that this essay takes, and ultimately that the student takes. And so we start then with a new anecdote. Now remember, I love to open with an anecdote, but remember that you can kind of sprinkle these in throughout. You don't have to have just one big one and then all explanation. You can kind of bring in new anecdotes throughout. And then I love the choice of italics towards the end. It's as if she's talking to the admission officers. So remember that visual cues I love personally because they kind of break up the monotony of the essay, of how it visually looks. So a subheading, rhetorical questions, italics. It's as if you're talking, it's like a sidebar directly to the admission officer, and it kind of gets them in tune a little differently, which is great. So remember, use student samples as a roadmap for inspiration, but not to box you in. I have more videos on how to stand out, especially the one on diversity. That one is really, really important because it shows you how to stand out through diversity no matter what. So that is for every student applying. And also check out our website, writeyouracceptance.com. I have content and community waiting for you there. I have courses, which is basically kind of, very short videos, handouts, more student samples that I break down and tell you why. But then bonus, all those students that enroll, I give personalized attention. We meet every week in small groups to really kind of see where you're going and offer you assistance and guidance throughout the process. So make sure you check out writeyouracceptance.com. And if you like this video, you found it helpful, please give us a like, comment below helpful, and please share with your college-bound friends. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.